Hi guys, what's up? So today is the 16th of June 2015. It's been quite a while since the last time I made a video. The reason is very simple, guys. Very simple. There's nothing to talk about. Absolutely nothing. It's the same old story again. Nothing really interesting is happening except if for you guys the signings of Danny Ings, Bogdan, or even James Milner to some extent is of interest to you. But for me it isn't. It isn't, absolutely not. First of all of them are free transfers, so it costs £0, albeit it must be said though that the signings of James Milner, who I think he will earn around, if you believe the reports, more than 120, 130,000 pounds per week. So it's quite expensive, even if the transfer fee is £0, but the salary is quite big. But I don't know for you guys, but if James Milner is the Steven Gerrard replacement, I think there's a lot to be worried about. Let me know your thoughts about this. But I kept quiet, and to be perfectly honest with you, I even lost faith. We all have this "you'll never walk alone, never give up" thing about Liverpool. And don't get me wrong, my love for Liverpool Football Club is as strong as ever. But as ever, I have this realistic thing which forms part of my inner self, that tells me that I just don't believe anymore, guys. I don't even have any more belief. So many strange things happening to the club. For instance, as you all know, it would seem as of now that Brendan Rodgers is staying as Liverpool manager, but at the time of speaking, he is without an assistant manager, he's without a first team coach, not to forget that he's still without a club doctor, because since the wonderful Zach Iqbal was sacked for I don't know why, maybe all the Daniel Sturridge injury problems, they had to find a scapegoat for Daniel Sturridge being injured so often, and they sacked Zach Iqbal. And at the time of speaking, like I'm telling you, Liverpool Football Club still has a manager who's done very well, as you all know, last season, but he is without an assistant and without a first team coach. So all very strange things happening right now at the club. And like I'm telling you, I've lost hope. I'm not even hoping for anything. It's the same old story every summer. I told you, go and watch my videos if you are, by the way, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my account, and go and watch my videos way back to last summer, when I told you how unimpressed I was about all the signings of last summer, the likes of Lallana, Lovren, Ricky Lambert, and I was right. I was damn right. And even if I was right, I'm not happy to have been right, because I kind of predicted all these things. I told you that all the signings were, for a start, massively overpriced, overrated. I'm talking obviously about Lallana, Lovren. And I told you that it was simply not good enough. But maybe it was, for me, as far as I'm concerned, it was good enough to at least challenge for the top four. Forget about winning the title. Certainly not good enough about winning the title. But maybe I was expecting a stronger challenge for the top four. But as you all know, Liverpool missed out massively on the top four finish. Crashed out of the FA Cup and the Carling Cup semi-final. But overall, it was a massive disappointment. You all know my point of view on Brendan Rodgers. I have absolutely no confidence in Brendan Rodgers. I was hoping for something to happen about the manager's position at Liverpool. I'm making reference obviously to the likes of Klopp or Benitez. Rafa Benitez, obviously, as you all know, is the new Real Madrid manager. And Jurgen Klopp, I don't know why, decided to take a break until further notice. So far, I didn't make any videos. You all know my views about Raheem Sterling. Get this overrated young prick out of the club as quick as possible and I'll be happy. Because for me, he might come good. Like I said before, numerous times, he might come good. But at the time of speaking, again, Raheem Sterling is nothing other than a young, overrated fucking prick. Let me tell you. This is how I see things. And I've seen that Liverpool have rejected a £30 million bid from Manchester City for Raheem Sterling. But for me, he's not even worth £10 million. The way he's playing right now and for the last few months, to be fair. So if we get £40 million, like I told you before, I'd be very, very happy if we get rid of Raheem Sterling. Because for me, he's none other than a young, overrated prick. I'm sorry. I don't want to criticize or cheaply just for the sake of criticizing. But for me, Raheem Sterling is simply not good enough for me. And it's no big deal if he's gone, especially at 30 or 40 million pounds. But the main question is, though, what do we do with the money? And if it's to buy the likes of Charlie Austin or Christian Benteke, Nathaniel Klein from Southampton is not a bad player, certainly better than fucking Glenn Johnson. But we'll have to see what happens on this one. But like I've tweeted before, you can follow me on Twitter. You have the link below in the comments section. I won't be unhappy about Nathaniel Klein from Southampton. He's certainly better than Glenn Johnson, like I said. But if Liverpool badly needs a striker, because for me, as you all know, as I've said before anyway, we must make as if Daniel Sturridge doesn't exist because he's so injury prone. Thanking God numerous times for being injured. Thanks, Daniel Sturridge. I'm not interested in all his photos on Miami Beach or with Drake, the rapper Drake in the States. Thanking God for this. Again, for fuck's sake. Seriously. But for me, very, very strange things happening at Liverpool, you know. And it's not that I do not love the club anymore, but I've lost faith. I completely lost faith. We are slowly but surely becoming a mediocre mid-table team. And this is what we deserve. This is what we are about. And it saddens me to death to tell you something like this. But if you have a mid-table manager, mid-table owners with mid-table mentality, what can you expect? What do you expect? The owners, that's the main problem with them. FSG, John Henry, Tom Werner and whatever. Even the other guy, what's his name? Mike Gordon or whatever. I'm not interested in this. And strong rumors maybe about Pep Linders or whatever his name is. Under 16 coach. Now, maybe he's a good coach. I don't want to judge him even before he starts as the first, but it's not confirmed yet. But if ever Pep Linders, the under 16 coach, is made first team coach for the first team at Liverpool, it's another very bizarre decision. It might come good, but it's again banking on young potential that might come good or might not come good. But I'm sorry, let me know your thoughts. But so far, all this FSG strategy, they want to be more clever than anybody else, is all wrong. Right now, whether it be from the transfer strategy, the managerial strategy, the spending strategy, everything is all wrong. The results prove this. At the end of the day, it's only about results. So they got it all wrong on the manager, they got it all wrong on the transfer strategy, and they are very stubborn. They think that they are more clever but above all, it's a mentality problem for me. It's a mentality problem from the owners way back to the manager. From top to bottom, it's all wrong at Liverpool. I know, like I told you, I know that Liverpool do not have the same financial power as the likes of City, Chelsea, or United. But still, it's not enough. They're not doing it the right way. And I don't know what's wrong with the likes of Klopp or whatever. Maybe the project wasn't appealing for him. I would imagine that they still tried. But the way Brendan Rodgers has been kept, I have zero confidence in Brendan Rodgers. Like I told you before, I'm perfectly honest with you guys. I don't have any confidence. I hope that he proves me wrong, but I have 0% confidence in Brendan Rodgers to get things right at Liverpool, especially with the signings. Danny Ings, James Milner, Bogdan, it's as if it's a non-signing for me. It's a good replacement for Brad Jones, but it will seem as if we will stick with Simon Mignolet. But it's certainly not an upgrade. We are only replacing our reserve goalkeeper. James Milner is not a bad player, but is he a player to get us to the next level, to challenge? I'm not even talking about the Premier League title, but for the top 4. He's 29, he will be 30 in a few months. He's got legs, he has very good attitude, very good character, but is he the player at the level needed to get Liverpool challenging for the top 4? I don't think so, guys. The same can be said about Danny Ings. He's another young potential. He was so good that his team Burnley got relegated. I don't want to slate the player, but if Danny Ings is brought as a replacement to Fabio Borini and Ricky Lambert, fair enough. But if he is brought, if we are planning to pair Danny Ings and Divock Origi, who has been named in the worst team in France, if these two are supposed to be our main strikers, while the never unending absence of Daniel Sturridge goes on, we are in serious trouble. We are in serious fucking trouble. I'm telling you right now, once again. So Raheem Sterling, like I've already told you my thoughts about him. The quicker he goes, the better for me, as far as I'm concerned. I would like to see strikers like Carlos Bacca at Sevilla, Gonzalo Higuain, or the dream would be Alexandre Lacazette from Lyon in France. It's all about money for me. It's all about money. But FSG will refuse to spend the money. And also, do we have a manager who is able to attract these kind of players? So many problems, you know. And one last thing before I end. The likes of Steven Gerrard, who's gone now. I don't get this thing about trying to convince even... Once again, I'm telling you, Raheem Sterling is absolutely not good enough. I have absolutely no interest in Raheem Sterling except his transfer fee. He's overrated, like most English players. But the argument to convince players now, young players with young potential and all this thing to stay at Liverpool, is that it's better for their development. What the fuck is that all about? Seriously. So Liverpool is only a club about youth development now? I don't get this. I seriously don't get this, guys. So this is the only argument now? You got to come to Liverpool because it's better for your development? I'm not interested in all this bullshit. I'm telling you. Because for me, I'm more interested about Liverpool being a club where you would join this club to have a better chance of winning trophies, challenging for the titles, Champions League, league titles, FA Cup, Carling Cup, all the trophies and league titles. This is what it's all about for me as a ambitious Liverpool fan. So I don't know what's your view on all this, but my view is this. So I'm fed up of all this rubbish. Even when I hear, it pains me to death when I hear the likes of Steven Gerrard or even Jamie Carragher or whatever. Oh, I don't want to see Raheem Sterling becoming another number on the bench. It's better for his fucking development to be at Liverpool. From this point of view, I kind of somehow understand Raheem Sterling. Because the little young boy maybe wants to win trophies, you know? So that's the argument now. Our history, our beautiful history, and the development. So a young player needs to come to Liverpool to develop himself. We're not interested in trophies or whatever, but it's for your development. A wonderful manager, Brendan Rodgers, to develop yourself both on a human point of view and on the football pitch. So it's all about development then. So that's the argument. Our history, our 96,000 fans in Australia singing "You'll Never Walk Alone." Don't get me wrong, that's not being disrespectful about the club. Liverpool Football Club has a beautiful history, but it's history, guys. It's fucking history. You are not about history there. All these world-class young players are not about history. They weren't even born when the last time Liverpool won a league title. Myself, like I've said numerous times, I'm a Liverpool fan since 1996. I've never ever, since 1996, seen Liverpool win a league title. And I've lost hope. I've completely lost hope. The only solution for me, the only way for me would be that Liverpool change owners. You might have all your thinking and all your moral values about spending, reckless spending, but this is what it's all about. I'm sorry, it's the only way, guys. It's the only way. Either you do like them, you have the financial power to do like them, and FSG are not as if they are poor owners. They have the money, they have the financial power, but they have a fucking shite strategy. Let me tell you, I'm not Einstein. Who am I to say what's the best strategy? But for me, it's all about results. And so far, a manager with 0 trophies in 3 years, banking on young potential. What's the result? How many trophies have Liverpool won? Just answer this question. So that's what I wanted to tell you, just to keep in touch, guys. I haven't lost interest, but I've certainly lost hope and faith. We have to see what happens. Obviously, it's still early days, but so far, like I'm telling you, we have a manager without an assistant, without a first team coach, maybe an under 16 coach will come and give a hand. And so far, the signings I qualify them as non-signings, just Danny Ings, James Milner, Adam Bogdan. There's nothing to shout about. There's nothing to talk about this. They are not bad players, but are they the players needed to get Liverpool into the top 4? Absolutely not. We are the 16th of June 2015. I'm telling you this right now. Just like I said last summer. Although I expected Liverpool to at least the very minimum challenge for the top 4. Certainly not good enough to challenge for the title. But this was down to the manager, who for me is a mid-table, mediocre manager. And that's not being disrespectful to the guy. I think he's a good guy with wonderful character. But he's not good enough. So I don't know what's wrong. And we'll have to see what happens. Let me know your thoughts. Leave your comments. Please subscribe. I know I haven't made a lot of videos, but there's nothing to talk about, guys. Absolutely nothing. We have to see what happens. So, to end up, I hope that Raheem Sterling goes for the maximum fee possible. I hope that we buy Mark Lawrenson said very beautifully that if Liverpool want the Champions League, they need to start buying Champions League players. So getting rid, for example, of, don't get me wrong, Mario Balotelli hasn't been great at all. But getting rid of Balotelli, and if the Liverpool go ahead and buy Christian Benteke at £32 million, fuck my life. I'm telling you guys, seriously, I've given up. It's not that I still love Liverpool as strong as ever, but do I have hope? Do I have the faith? I don't, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Please subscribe for those who stumble upon this video. I will try to make more videos when something more interesting happens. But let me know your thoughts. Please like the video, even if things are not too rosy right now. But it will be very interesting to see what happens in the next few weeks. I'm keeping, even if I don't make videos, I'm keeping an eye on to see who the assistant and the first team coach will be. But it's all about the players. It's all about the players. So we'll have to see what happens. Alright guys, take care. I still love you all. Thanks to all my subscribers. We keep in touch. The love for Liverpool Football Club, and all of you guys, fellow Liverpool fans, even if you don't share my thoughts, is as strong as ever. But the faith couldn't be low as ever. Let me know your thoughts. Take care. You'll never walk alone still, despite all this. Ciao.